place today. Earlier I tried streaming for I think 40 minutes, but I couldn't. I needed a minute. Just checking my audio. Hopefully that sounds okay. All right. So I cleaned up a little bit, but I'm gonna leave off where left off. Just making these bracelets. I'm gonna try to stay live for I want to say 2 hours. Um, just so I can get hopefully more people in. But I have until I think I'm gonna try to stream until 7, I think. Depends on how bad my hands hurt or my back is hurting. I don't know what it is about my shoulder blades lately. If it's not my toe, it's something else. My toenail finally fell off, which I'm kind of happy about, to be honest. Because uh, it can't get moisture trapped up underneath now because there is no nail. So it doesn't hurt as bad. I'm still soaking it, but I've got to turn down my light. I can't. Not today. There we go. I don't know what it is. I have a headache. I feel a little fatigued. Like I ate a small little bowl of pot roast, and I thought that would make me feel a little bit better because I hadn't eaten all day. But now I just kind of feel, I don't know, out of it. And I mean, I had a small bowl. Like, I would say, like, the size of this. But yeah, I'm just feeling a little out of it today. I'm gonna try to stream until 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, something like that. I'm just leaving off from where I left off earlier. I was, just needed to step away. I'm feeling a little bit better, though. So I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I'm really happy how my DIY jewelry stands, I guess that's what you would call them, turned out, but I think they're pretty cool. Every once in a while, I accidentally cut the knot. That's why I always do a second pull. I'm not very entertaining. I know I'm kind of boring, but I feel like there has to be some people out there that are just chill and want to chill. That is like me, where I'm not hyper. I'm not trying to entertain. I just want to hang out and make friends. And I know the internet's probably not the best place, but not everyone can be bad. works. Okay. I'm gonna keep stringing. Sorry if my AC keeps coming on and off. It's really hot here. There is this arts and crafts store that I just heard about that is a little ways away from me, but I still kind of want to go see it. It's like a secondhand art store, and I just kind of want to go see what they offer and see what their prices are like. I'm wondering if I could find like a I forgot what it's called, felting needle. I'm also thinking about seeing like what kind of older beads, like out of stock beads they have, or like I also kind of want to see like what else they have at that store, but oh, I have a really squeaky chair. I know. I'm trying to get where you guys can see what I'm doing. I wonder if I just do this every day for like 4 hours, every day, just on stream. If that is a good way of getting people to notice me, like, and just come in and say hi. You guys can kind of see if you look in my videos sometimes of a hint of like what I plan on doing next kind of thing. I try not to hide it, but like I want it to be kind of like a little treasure hunt. I always put something in the background that I know that is going to be the hint of my next video. I don't know what's going on with this bead. Do you guys see it? Hmm. I have to get these to go down. I'll have to. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that bead. It's like three of them stuck together. I wish I had a good singing voice because I would just sing the entire time. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to fit on this strand. So we're gonna start making the bracelets now. Yeah, I don't know. It's like three of them, like three of them stuck together. I have a bead box that I'm going to put all the little beads that are kind of like, disdeformed and like not together or so it's right there that are just deformed and stuff like that. I'm gonna put them in a big bead box. I know a lot of people on YouTube, like they do a whole like thing of being entertaining, and I get it. That's how they get views and stuff, but I'm just being myself, and I feel like I'm more of a quiet person. I don't like loudness. Um, I know that there has to be other people out there like me. And I just make sure I don't cut that knot off. Because if I cut the knot, then as soon as I go and try to pull it, it will break. Sorry, those are not supposed to be on view. Those are for a different project. I almost have my arts and crafts room put back together, and then as soon as I'm done with my arts and crafts room, like getting it all organized, I'm gonna start working on the living room next. Um, I have some stuff that I need to move out of there, and I want to do a overhaul on my fish tank. I think. Um, I tried doing planting or planted plants in my fish tank, and I just can't keep them alive. Um, I've never had as many problems as I've ever had in a fish tank when it comes to live plants. And I know that you have to test it, and trust me, we have. Um, and I just don't know what it is. I think my shrimp are just like, I love your plants, but I'm gonna eat them because that's all like you'll see them like on the plants, which is fine. I want them on the plants. They rest, they sleep, whatever, but I think they actually eat them. And I find it to be very, very frustrating when, plants at Petco are $10. So I give up on doing that. I think what I want to do is do more of a rock themed or like I want to do some type of rock or mountain with like a dragon in there. So get like a D&D miniature of a dragon and have it like floating in there somehow and have like cave mountains so like my shrimp and fish can go and hide in them, but also have it where it's like It doesn't have to be planted or look planted, I guess. But I want to do that. And I've been looking at secondhand couches. I'm really skeptical of it because I really don't want like bed bugs, roaches, or anything like that. And like, I don't want to pay for somebody's couch that's like $100 with pet stains all over it. Like, so, but I also don't want to spend $4,000 on a new couch. Like, I just don't want to do that. And I can't believe how expensive couches are. Like, I was looking online, like, even financing one, it's just ridiculous. So I've been rewatching the American Girl uh movies lately, and I will say I still really like Leah's movie. I Leah and Samantha. Those are my two favorite movies. I wish they had a Kirsten one. Like, I don't know how they would pull that one off, but like, I really do wish they had a Kirsten one. Um, but I just don't care for the animated stuff anymore. Like, I get it; they need to like push them out or whatever. I just wish they would do the live still. That's all. Like, I think it's good for kids to have the cartoons. Not everything has to be about, older people. Because I know if I saw American Girl when I was younger with that animation stuff, I would loved it. And I know that you can put glue on these, like, to make them a little bit stronger, but I feel like when I tighten or, like, wrap them twice, so I wrap them around once and then I go underneath and do it twice, I don't really need the, um, glue. I thought I might have gotten the little edge of that one, so I wanted to make sure I pulled it really tight. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and make some necklaces like this, but I don't know. I'd rather just do bracelets right now. Um, One more. Okay. Last one, and then I'm going to have to restring the bead or the strand. I find it to be a little bit easier putting a lot of beads on the strand and then measuring it out instead of doing it individually. Um, which I like. I wonder if I could set up a like so like let's say I had a TV and I wanted to have like a movie night, if my live stream would get like, muted. I don't know what it's called, but like muted so nobody can hear it. I wonder if I could do that like as like a movie night. That seems like fun. We could watch one of the American Girl doll movies, or even um like a Disney movie maybe. I'm just cleaning it up. I'm gonna do another strand, but I feel like that would be fun, like having like a little movie night. I wonder if it would mute it. Like I know I wouldn't be able to repost it like as like a live because I think it would mute it then. But I wonder if it would mute it if we were all together, and I have to look that up. I will have to look that up because I don't know. I don't know if that would work. I like the sound that it makes when you're like twirling the beads on there. I'm hoping by this winter I can kind of reinforce my patio a little bit outside and eventually make a chicken coop in my backyard. I really want chickens. I do. I really, really want some chickens. I know we probably wouldn't be able to have a rooster because my neighbors, but I would love like maybe 3 hens just to get enough eggs to make like bread, cake, and stuff like that throughout the week. Because I actually really like baking. I really like it, and I think chickens would be so much fun and to hang out with them. When I was younger, I actually owned a rooster, and Man, this rooster, he was just a lover. He did not start fights. He was just like, I'm just gonna be in the middle of the hens while you guys fight it out. Like, and every single time I would go up to the chicken yard, he would run to me and he would sort of like flap his wings to get some air just to jump up in my arms. It was just so cute and I really miss him. But I had him for a while. We had a wild pack of dogs, I think, got a hold of him and like most of our hens at at that point in time. It was we didn't have a uh humane society, if that's what it's called, where you pound. I don't know. But the dogs were running rampant and they got a hold of our chickens and took out an entire like pack of them. And it just so happens I think my rooster was one of them. It was when I was real young, so I don't quite remember everything, but yeah, I wouldn't mind having some hens. Give me some eggs so I can make some cake and like bread. I've always wanted to try to make it's very popular now. I see it every time I'm online. It is it's not rye bread. It's man, I lost it. Uh it's gut healthy. I can't remember. My brain just went it just it doesn't like to work. I noticed ever since I started my channel, I'm able to like get out of my zone of talking. I don't like talking to myself, but when I go out in public, when we go to play cards, I have a lot of anxiety just talking with people because I'm not sure if they're going to be mean or hateful to me. So I do have a little bit of a problem like opening up to people. Um, we play Flesh and Blood, of course, but we haven't been able to go out on those days that Flesh and Blood is the players are around. And a lot of the Flesh and Blood community, like, even though they're really nice, they really are for the most part. Um, they have a set schedule, and if it's any other day, they will not come out and play. Like, hell or be high water, like, they will not, they just don't have time or whatever. But we've been playing at this one card shop that I absolutely love. I love the people there. The It's a family owned shop, so there is no cussing, there is no bad language, like there is no explicit content allowed in the shop, like, and I really like that, especially in card games because you see it a lot. But we've been playing Magic there, and I met these twins that I'm not gonna lie, I adore them. Like, I think they're really cool, and um, I love seeing them like hang out together because it's like I miss my brother so much that like it just makes me happy. And they're really nice to my husband, and that is just a plus. Um, my husband's not hard to get along with. It's just uh I don't like people that take advantage of him and I get really like protective almost and I just don't want people to take advantage of him of his niceness cuz he's actually the nice one in this relationship. Believe it or not. He is actually the nice one out of both of us and I just like people that are really nice to him, and I met them and they let me play Miss Bumbleflower, which is this little bunny rabbit, and I absolutely adore her. And the little bunny rabbit, like, she's she's not group hug, but I made her to be group hug. So she's like, "Hey, I'll help you. You're down. Like, I'll give you cards." But the art on her, like, I didn't want to play Magic at all. To be honest, I was not the game that I wanted to play, but uh yeah, my husband got me the Bumbleflower deck, and I have not been able to tear away from it at all. And I just absolutely love playing this little bunny rabbit. It is a terror. And it's even more funnier because I have a squirrel deck too, but I kind of want the squirrel deck, um, like how the squirrel deck is made, but in bunny rabbits. And I think it would just be so cute. Um, we found a lady on Etsy that does fan art or alt art, I think it's called. And she made an alt art of Miss Bumbleflower, and I absolutely adore it. I can't wait to show it off to my friends. But I've actually um like talking to the twins, but yeah, my anxiety still gets the best of me. It's a little easier when, I'm behind a camera, and I knew that was gonna split. So I've got to trim up some of these little pieces real quick. Did I mention I need new scissors? This is becoming ridiculous. I think on my Christmas list or even my birthday list, I'm gonna put scissors because I can't stand it. And that's something that I forgot to do is look on Temu and see if they had a sharpener for scissors so I could just sharpen all my scissors. But if that's even a thing, I don't even know if it's like a tool or whatever. I've been wanting to play Minecraft lately, um, but I want to play on like my own server, like by myself, because I actually like the villagers, and I get really mad when people just go around the towns and just loot everything and kill the villagers. I hate that in Minecraft. But I've been playing Stardew Valley lately, and me and my husband, like, we technically play together, but like we don't. We play on one account and we just kind of like hang out and play. And it was quite funny. I was like, we're gonna marry Abby. We're gonna have like our farmer marry the character Abby in there. And I think it's so funny because like out of everyone, I really like I think her name was Penny, but she's already married. I've also been playing Animal Crossing a little bit, but Animal Crossing, I feel like it's just a little hard for me to get into. Like, I get that you're supposed to come back every day and do certain things, but like the grind in that game is, ooh, I don't really care for it. And my husband wants to play Terraria because that's his favorite. And I'm like, I don't like Terraria. The only thing I like doing in Terraria is I like to go fishing in Terraria, but I die every single time from a hole, and it doesn't matter if I have grapple or not, I still die. And I get really, really irritated about that game. But I do like the fishing in that game. I really wish the fishing was like that in other games. You know, I know most people would be like, "Oh, your channel's pathetic," or like, "You could be doing so much different." And like, I don't even know where to begin to start growing a following, to be honest, or like even friends. Um, I look on YouTube and it's just a lot of numbers to me. And like everybody's racing to get, monetized and this and that. And I'm not looking to get monetized. I'm looking for people that I can just hang out with. My ultimate plan is to have my own business or like be part of a business. And I have some ideas, and that's why I'm doing this. The monetization thing is just not interesting to me. Um, I don't like the fact that YouTube pays for, I guess, views or whatever, but I just never understood it. And when I look it up, it's just very confusing to me. But I just want to see if I can actually stream until 8 o'clock. I don't know if my phone will allow it, but hey. Okay. Have you guys ever seen those Liberty commercials when they say Liberty? Can somebody please explain that to me? Like, I get so triggered. I'm like, because I don't speak very well, but like, uh, when they say Liberty, I'm like, it's Liberty. I will literally scream at my TV. I hate those commercials. I'm almost ready to maybe make a different type of bracelet now. I want to just make simple bracelets because like I need them to be done anyways, and it doesn't take as much concentration as the other ones. I knew that was going to do that. I tied it a little too tight. Yep. There you go. I don't like it when that happens. I accidentally cut the knot. with my fingernail. That's my bad. Oh well. Do, 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 do. Perfect. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow because I have a pre re- recorded pre-recorded Timu haul, and I found some really nice stuff that I really like on Timu. I'm a little mad because afterwards, like I looked at it and I was missing a few things, but like, oh well. I just asked them to either resend it or give me my money back, and we'll see what they do. But I'm getting one step closer to making my bookmarks that I really want to make. Um, I will show you guys one thing I got from them. So I got these little charms for my bookmarks, and it says "I love books," and I got it in gold and in silver. So I'm really happy those came in, but you'll see that as part of the haul tomorrow. No, I probably should like move my camera up just a little bit, I think, just so you can see my whole board, hopefully. There you go. I'm just trying to keep an eye on chat just in case somebody wants to come in and say hi. Perfect. All right. So now these two can't go back in there because they don't fit on the thing. But I am going to try to get the rest of these back that I spilled. I think I want to do maybe one more strand or two more strands. And then I will quit on this. And I'm just going to put these over here because those are my rejects. They're going in my bead box. I'm going to start a, not technically a reject, just like, I don't know what it's called. I want to do a mix of beads and then maybe eventually I can do a scoop of them. and just make bracelets out of the scoop that I get that I have once I get enough. But right, let's see what we can do. Who knows? Maybe I'll only be able to get one more strand out of this before it becomes too hard to. I just want to make as many as I possibly can. Another one is stuck. Is it? Yep. Every once in a while, these beads will not cooperate with me. You know. And just slide them down. There has to be an easier way of like doing beading. Looks like one's stuck on there. See how it gets stuck and then it doesn't want to go through. This one flew out. It's like, no. Other than Hobby Lobby, I wonder if there is any other place that sells beads near me. Like, I wonder if there Michael sells beads. Um, and I wonder if they ever go on sale and if how much they are or if they're even worth it. I think instead of going to Hobby Lobby this next time, well, no, I can't take that. I have to take that back. I need to go to Hobby Lobby just to see if there is any more clay beads in different colors at a different Hobby Lobby. That's what I need to do. I wish that my Hobby Lobby would get their stuff together and like their craft stuff needs just a good like little overhaul. There's so much space that they're using for other things that like don't need to be there in my opinion. I know there was a pink bead that just flew somewhere. I'm waiting for one of these days the bead just to go into my cup. I'm just waiting because that would be my luck. That would definitely be my luck. Okay, sorry. I had to look at something. I did get these little tiny teapot charms from Hobby Lobby, and I have been eyeballing them for the last like couple weeks or a couple days. Sorry, it hasn't been weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to do something with them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to chop this one. Sorry. You're going back into the beads. Sorry. I know this is boring to most people, and I'm sorry. Oh, okay. One last one, just to make sure. So that just happened. Man, I think I'm gonna find beads everywhere all over my floor this time. I've literally restrung this entire string, right? And I've literally only gotten, I think, two because it keeps breaking on me and I don't know why. Oh, that's a hard knot life. Does anybody else get discouraged? Like when you're doing something and it just feels like you're failing? I wanted to put off my dollhouse for a little bit. Um, I'm kind of discouraged when it comes to uh I want Caroline uh Abbott's parlor, and I it's $1,000, to be honest. Like it's $1,000. And I just I really want it for my dollhouse, and it's discouraging me because that's the that's the piece that I want for my living room. And I just can't justify spending $1,000 on that piece. Like, I know that some people would say it's worth it. Is it worth it? In my opinion, I don't know. I've never seen or held one. Um, and the one lady that was trying to show it to me, like, I was there to shop and like we had places to go and I just felt like I was annoying her. So I just wanted out of her house to shop. But like that's because I felt like I was annoying her and I didn't get to enjoy looking at that $1,000 piece because I would have loved to inspect it and see if it's actually worth $1,000. Um, but I don't know. It's just one of those dreams. I'm gonna have to make a Pinterest board and or like not a Pinterest board, but a what is that thing where you make a board and it's like your dreams and your hopes and stuff? I know Amber does it every year. She's a YouTuber that I love watching. I think she does the series Broke Bitch on a Budget, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I've never really been a super fan of people like other YouTubers. Like, I'm not a hardcore like follower of people on YouTube. I know some of like the YouTubers, but I like the older stuff. Like, I love Jenna Marbles, and now I watch. She kind of has like the same like persona as Jenna Marbles, and she does a lot of things with her like UPS guys and getting them stuff and like little prizes and stuff. And I like watching her too. But like and then my favorite artsy kind of craft stuff is Mariah Elizabeth. Me is her name. Um I think she's really funny, to be honest. Like I wish I had her humor or her persona, but like I just hope in real life that's how she is. I think she is by just like kind of like watching her videos. But once again, I'm not a hardcore like YouTube stalker or fandom, should I say. I just really like watching people and then there's some people that I just don't like watching. Um I think one of the most popular out there that a lot of people like is Mr. Beast, and I can't stand him. Um, I don't think he's funny, just like David uh Dokary, I think is his name. I don't know. I didn't think he was funny either when he was popular. Um, but yeah, I didn't really care for Mr. Beast, and I'm sorry, but I don't like his chocolate either. I'm kind of a chocolate snob, and I like good chocolate. I can honestly say that is one thing I like. You could literally hand me a Hershey's bar and it'll probably sit there, to be honest. Milky Way, don't like it. Three Musketeers, don't like it. Kit Kat, don't like it. Reese's I can stand, but lately their peanut butter cups, the big ones, they taste nasty. I don't know if it's something that like they changed in their formula, but it tastes rancid 90% of the time. And with that said, the smaller cups, like the smaller peanut butter cups, like those don't taste rancid. So I'm kind of curious on why Reese's bigger ones taste rancid to me, but the little ones don't. And I I don't get it, but my favorite is Ferrero Rocher. I love their chocolate. It's my favorite thing to during Christmas and Valentine's Day. I look forward to getting one of those little boxes that have like the Ferrero Rochers in them because like I know they're kind of expensive, but I also really like Ghirardelli. Um but I like their peppermint bark during Christmas. And then um the Lindt chocolate. There is one that I really like that is strawberry. Another one of my dreams would be something like going and seeing a chocolate place, like a candy shop that makes chocolate. Oh my god, that would be so much fun. Like there is one store on YouTube that I used to watch, not so much anymore because the guy that worked there, he is no longer part of like their videos. He moved on and I really liked him when he made candy. Uh but it's called Hercules, I think. Her I've always wanted to like order from them, but they're so far away and you can't order during summertime. It would just melt. But they make this um chocolate with uh chips, like potato chips, and they make a potato chip bark and I've always wanted to try it. Like, oh my god. Every time I see him make it, it's like, man, I just want to make it myself. I just want to make it myself. I don't really care for their hard candies the way that they look, to be honest. It's not that they look bad, it's just I don't feel like I would enjoy them as much. But there is one other thing other than chocolate that I think I would enjoy, which is their what is that? I have to think about it now because I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched them too. Um, what was my train of thought? I lost it. Hmm, just a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and because this is frayed right here, I'm gonna have to buy me more white string. It's getting really low. That's a future me problem, not right now. I love reading the American Girl doll books though. Like, I'm really slow at reading them. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wish that I could make a little book report, like paper that I can print out. So this way, like, uh, I can do book reports on it to hold myself accountable on it. But um, I do really love the books, and I didn't know Leah's movie was so much different than her books in like little aspects, which I kind of like because then that just gives you more of like an insight. But I'm thinking about getting some plaster mold. I don't know if that's what it's called. You know, when you stick your hands in there and you can put your hands with your lover and then like you can make little molds. I was thinking about doing that except using a American Girl doll and making it where I can make on my own mannequin to where her hands, like you know how some of the statues are like this, where their hands are like this, right? Make a statue, but with American Girl doll hands. So this way, when I want to put like a bracelet on there, like it will stay up, and also I can like display it on like their hands or their fingers without like cutting one of my American Girl dolls up into pieces. So I don't feel like doing that unless I go to like somebody that does like restorations and just ask them if they have like two hands that they don't want. But I also feel like that's weird. Like, yes, can I please have two doll hands? And that's it. I feel really awkward if I ever did that. Two doll hands, and that's it. How much would you take for it? But I made these. I made these. This was my last video. And I was thinking about making little hands too. But I don't know. Just kind of, it's just like one of those thoughts in the back of my head. They're like, how do you explain that? I was watching somebody, uh, they were on live and they had like 200 and something like people watching them. And they were just playing with their reborn doll, right? And I feel like people just hate watch because like if I didn't understand like what was going on in the chat or whatever, but I feel like people were just hate watching and I feel like that's where all the views go. And I just don't find that to be fun. Um and like I hope my channel never becomes like that. Um no like shade or anything to any other YouTuber. It's just I don't know how you can handle like that much hate um without it becoming too much. But it actually made me sad because it was just this lady wanting to play with her dolls. Like, um, I went to a secondhand kids store and they were saying, yeah, a lot of people with reborn dolls come in and they don't understand it and stuff. And I was like, well, it's a coping mechanism, whether they lost a kid or other stuff like that. And like they were a little bit more like after I kind of explained it. I don't have reborn dolls. I love my American Girl dolls. Like they're more my speed. I like the older looking dolls where you can dress them and like make them match you. I don't really care for the baby dolls. Like I've always wanted a reborn doll, but they're just so expensive and like I'm sorry, but 90% of them don't look good in my opinion. That is in my opinion. I know that's a subject for other people. They would beg to differ, but I don't really care for them. Um but I do love my American Girl, so I understand like other people loving their dolls and like wanting just to hang out with them. Sometimes it's just better. Like sometimes like you know how I'm talking to you guys on stream, like I'm here, I'm talking, like it's therapy. Like it's good therapy, like to just get your feelings out. And like if you can't trust people, like if you don't have people in your life that you can trust or you don't want to come off as like a bad person, like you can just sit there and you can talk to your dolls and be like, I don't really like this. This is what's irritating me. Or like you can just cuddle them and like some people just need a hug. I know when I'm out and I have Leah with me, there are some days where I'm just so happy I bring her out because then I can just hug her and then my anxiety kind of calms down just a little bit. But I'm lucky because of the people that I surround myself with. They don't judge me. Like, even when we're out in public, like, they won't judge me. They'll be like, where's Leah? Or like, you didn't bring her today. Or they'll like make room on the table for her to sit with me. Um, and these are grown men, married men. Like they don't make me feel bad, and neither does my husband. And I just love it. And I get a little bit more stares. So like when I was taking her to Hobby Lobby, I was getting lots of stares, which I don't really care. Like I was there to shop for my doll. Like I wanted to pick out things that were doll size. Like I would have never picked out those planters because I would have thought that they were too big. So sometimes I really like having my doll with me because then I can be like, "Oh, that would work." Because I feel like the 1/3 scale or whatever it is for American Girl doll is a very, very loose term with like their doll accessories. Because if you look at American Girl doll, if you look at Our Generation, My Life, like their scaling is like all over the place and it's supposed to be 1/3, right? So you'll have plates that are like this size. And I think this is a good plate. This is the Pleasant Company plate. Like it's part of Samantha's, right? This is a good plate. I feel like this is a good size doll plate. And then you have ones that are like a quarter of that. And but they're supposed to be both one scale. Does that make sense? I don't think it makes sense to my brain, but and then when I'm out, I can be like, "Oh, that's 1/3 scale, right?" Or even online, I'll be like, "Ooh, that's 1/3 scale." It comes and it's like, "Oh." And the biggest gripe I ever have with the sizing is not the beds. I love the difference between all three of the brands when it comes to their beds. I think they do a good job. I really, really like how each like company with the doll beds, you know, they do their best. And there's some My Life beds that I really like, and then there's some Our Generations ones that I really like. American Girl still has them topped, but the one biggest gripe I have is their couches. All their oops, it slid off again. All their couches are not, in my opinion, doll size. And Um, like, even okay, I even got my hands on one of Mary Ellen's couches, and I was like, "Wow, this is really small." And Rebecca's couch, absolutely, I love it. I love the color. I think it's very, very pretty. I think it's cute. It's not a couch, in my opinion. It's a love seat. Um, and when it comes to American Girl, like all their couches are just a little bit bigger than my life or our generation. Like the our generation one, have you ever seen their couch? It's tiny. I mean, I don't even think my doll fits on there properly. Like if you really really want to like look at it. And I own 2 of them because I found them secondhand, right? And I was like, "Well, I could use these for, like, maybe a love seat," right? Maybe in one of their bedrooms, I can put, like, a little love seat, right? But even that, like, that's the only thing I have to gripe about when it comes to these companies is the 1/3 scale. Like, I have a hard time out in public looking at little things that are like, "Oh, that would work for 1/3," right? And sorry, I was drinking some tea. Um, and it makes it even more confusing when, you know, the doll brands that are supposed to know this can't even get it right either, in my opinion. um, but that's the only thing I have like when it comes to like the scaling or whatever. Um, with the dolls, with American Girl dolls specifically, or the 18-inch dolls, is the scaling to me is a little bit, frustrating when I'm looking online. Um, And with our reborn dolls, the lifelike ones, like that's easy. Like you could just go get baby stuff and play with those. And if I ever have a kid and she wants a doll, that's probably what I'm gonna do is get her a little reborn doll and that will be her doll and then she can have all the accessories that she wants. um but the thing is like it's really easy to find that kind of stuff. Like you go on Amazon, you just type in a bottle, okay? You found the bottle that will literally work with any of those dolls. But with American Girl doll or 18-inch doll, it's like unless it specifically says branded for it or whatever, it's a little hard to find things. I want to make my own couch. I don't think I'm gonna spend the money on uh Rebecca's couch just because of how I saw it like in person. I wasn't okay. I was impressed. Don't get me wrong. I love her couch. If I ever find it secondhand and it's $5, I'm picking that up. Am I going to go out of my way to find it? I don't think I'm going to. I think I want to try to make my own couch for my living room in my dollhouse. But the only thing that's throwing me off is that Caroline Abbott's parlor. I don't know why it is like making me depressed because I can't have it or I don't have the money for it, but it is. It is. It's making me depressed. And I know I could probably, pull out my wood tools and try to make it. And I probably could make it for maybe $100. Would it look good? I don't know. I'm not that good or talented when it comes to woodworking. I did a really good job on my cabinets, and I'm still patting myself on the back for the cabinets that I made for the kitchen. Um, it was a lot of hard work, and I don't know if I have the skills or the knowledge to do Caroline Abbott's parlor. I know you could probably look up tutorials because everything's on YouTube, but even with that, like I wouldn't wanna make it out of foam, I would wanna make it out of wood, because then I can sand it, paint it, and prime it, and make it look really good. Do I want to do it? No. Am I gonna probably end up doing that instead of buying it? Most likely, and I say that very loosely because that is something that is like, I want to do it so bad, but I'm also scared, to be honest. I am very scared of starting that and then I just wasted $100 on wood to not get what I want. Um Now with that said, if I do it, I could do a few little adjustments that I really like and not like. Because there are a couple things when I look online, I'm like, oh, I wonder how big that bench is. Can my doll actually sit on it? So that's why I kind of want to see one in real life, if like, and like pick it up and actually hold it and like look at it before I spend $1,000. Because that's just ridiculous. I think it was only like 300 when it came out. Like that is one thing that I'm like, okay, if American Girl would ever, 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 ever bring one thing back, it would be that. Um, and or if I could have my dream, like I don't want to do the whole sponsor thing, but like if American Girl ever wanted to send me something, that would be it. Um, like Caroline is probably one of my favorites too, other than Leah, and I still need Leah. Like, I'm hunting. I mean, actually hunting. Like, I'm looking on Facebook every week. I'm looking at like shop Goodwill. I'm looking at Macari. I'm looking at eBay. I'm looking at all these places because I am trying to find the full set for Leah. Like, I have a few little things that I need and then one big item. And I actually own 2 of her fruit stands. I'm selling one of them without the accessory because it was cheaper to get the stand twice than it was to buy the accessories individually on Macari. So that's why I have 2 stands. I'm gonna try to sell one. Maybe somebody wants it to customize it. They can turn it into a shed for outdoors. And if I don't sell it, that's probably what I'm gonna do. But um no, I've been looking and looking for her actual hut, and I found it, but I am not willing to pay 400 for it. I found one that was secondhand for I think it was like 90 bucks, but it is missing a few of the pieces, and then that jumps the price up to like 150, and I'm like, "Ah, is that really worth it?" And then I'm also missing her earrings and some of her bracelets. Which I need, her headband, like, I found it secondhand. I actually did find it secondhand, and they wanted, I think it was, like, 15 bucks for it, and it was all frayed, and it does not look in good condition, and I don't wanna pay $15 for it. When I found it on Mercari, before I could buy it, it was $7, but I missed it by, like, 2 days, and I was so sad. I was so sad because it was brand new, and it was, like, 7 bucks, but I even go on Shop Goodwill, I think it's called. Um, if anybody's ever been on that thing, like, I am so dumbfounded when it comes to that thing. I know it is like eBay where you can, like, bid and stuff, but oh my god, I don't think anybody has ever won anything cheap on that site without having the most dumbest luck ever because the good stuff, like, okay, you could win all the, like, miscellaneous stuff, but I'm talking about like the good stuff. I'm talking about like, you know, if I wanted to find Pleasant Company stuff on there, like, I've seen a lot go for almost $2,000. And it definitely was not worth it. Like, if you pieced out every single one of those items, like, I don't feel like you're gonna get your money's worth for $2,000, even if it is Pleasant Company, because of the quality. You could literally, uh, go and look for each one of those pieces in good condition, and I feel like you could get them for a lot cheaper. Like, I get it, you wanna go on there and spend, like, what? $300, $500 for a white body, like, doll. Okay, I get that. But, oh my god, I just go on there just to look at the prices, to be honest. I have never once placed a bid because I know I would never win the things that I would want. I would never, ever I find it to be very frustrating to be on that site. And then, like, eBay, I like eBay. Um, I've used to order stuff off of the eBay a long, long time ago with my mom, and I never really had problems. I don't know how it is about today, like what it is about today, because I haven't ordered anything off of them in a while since I was younger. But I do like the fact that they don't just do bidding, they do buy out right now kind of thing. But I don't know. I love American Girl Doll and I love their website, American Girl Doll. The only thing I don't like is their rewards program thing. I find that to be the most frustrating thing ever. And I can't stand it. I wonder how many we've made so far. I wonder what my battery's at. Uh, I think we'll be fine with that, but I do have to plug in my other thing. No. I never thought I was going to be an Apple person, like Apple or Android, but I am starting to really like Apple, to be honest. Like their products, like their iPad, their phone, like that kind of stuff. Um, I've always loved Samsung, like, don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking about doing the switch to Apple. Do, 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 do. It's stuck and it won't let a bead go on there. Oh wow, that did fray. After today, I think I might actually watch an action movie. I just don't know what action movie I want to watch. I really like John Wick, but I just hate that his puppy dies in the first one. And then like the second one he gets that stupid looking bulldog or whatever it is. That is probably my least favorite dog. I don't think they're pretty at all. I like my labs. I love my pretty dogs. Like Great Pyrenees, and I even like Newfoundlands, even though they slobber and get everywhere and they stink. I'm getting really low of this mix. And the reason why I kind of wiggle it back and forth is because I can see the pattern go on the thing as it's going on, and I'm trying to randomize some of it so it's not just one big cluster. I'm gonna see how many of these do, and then I think this is it until I can get some more of this size beads. And then on to the pearls. I think I want to do some pearl bracelets. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of a design on them. So I'm going to pull out my big box and get my crystals. Or the sparkly, because they're not crystals. They're plastic like everything else. But oh, come on. And we pull. Perfect. Now we do the next one. I'm actually curious how many this actually made. Because I know beads look like a lot, but it takes a lot to, like, to make something. Like, it adds up. Especially these ones. Think I could maybe get 3 more out of this. Next time I go to Hobby Lobby, I'm gonna have to pick up some more of these colors. I'm also out of orange, and I never thought I was gonna be out of orange first, but yep, no more orange. Like I'm out of orange in the seed bead, not in the clay. I just got the orange in the clay. Okay. I was also thinking about hunting down some shark's teeth or arrowheads and making little bracelet charms or necklace charms, should I say, out of them. Um, for the dolls, but I'd have to look in and see where I can find them. Okay, and I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be the last one. Yep. And then I'm gonna get my bead box out and dump the ones that are on my table into them. Okay, perfect. And then we take these, drop them back in the bowl. And then I'm gonna find the ones that are all over my table. Okay. I'll show you guys my so this is my junk beads, or not, or leftover beads, I guess you would want to call them. And I just dump them in here. I also put my weird or rejected beads in here too. However, with this, I'm going to keep these because I can do something with these. I know that this will make another couple bracelets. So I'm going to put them into an empty tube just so when I do get more, I can just add it to that. Sorry, it's just taking me a minute to get all these back in this tube. And then I just put them in here and I'll save them for later. And then I'm gonna wind this up just as a little bit of a reset. Just as a little reset. And here's another bead. But this is what I have in here. Like these wood beads I've had since high school. I've had these and they're like little plastic things that I just never used. I have glass beads that were hand blown and I just never used them. So I'm just adding everything that I don't use. Like I don't have any more of these. So this bead went in there. And I'm just putting them all in here. And then once I get this full, I'll just do like a scoop a day and try to make a necklace or a bracelet out of it. And then these could be like, I don't know, free gift maybe. I don't know. It's just a thought. And then I'm gonna do a small little cleanup on this side. Just make sure all the dust and the beads and stuff. I did hear a bead drop. Where'd it go? There it is. You put that in my bead. I have a little trash can down here that I'm putting plastic and stuff in, just so it can go out to the recycle. So we're gonna do this. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's a bead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 7. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I did 57. That's not bad today. And then like let's add the ones that I have over here, I guess. But these ones are a little bit different. I added a little bead to them. I added a little bead to them. Um, so sorry, my hair was on the screen. But 57 so far. That's not bad. That's really good. Um, I was only trying to do 30. So now the other thing I want to make is bracelets that look like this. And then also I need to make more bracelets that look like that. These are two beads that I need to put back. Hi, kitty kitty. I don't know if you can see her if I put her in the view, but let's see. Can you see her? Oh, baby. Yeah. See, there's a kitty kitty. Look up there. Look, baby. He's on the back of my chair. He's like, Mom, what are you doing? You've been up here forever. This is another project that I started. So I got a whole bunch of these like stickers and I wanted to see if they would wrinkle if I put Mod Podge over them. And I just put a whole bunch of them that I really liked on here. And I was just making like little American Girl doll stars or whatever. But it turns out I don't really care for it. All right. So these are the pearls that I have, and not gonna lie, they're not my favorite. I'm gonna use them until I can't, and then I'm gonna probably look for a different pearl box than this one that was from Walmart. Uh, I need to take these out of the center because these are like the ones that I need to put in that junk thing. Um, but the size that I use are these ones, and I'm really low on these ones. So I think what I want to do is just use these for the bracelets that look like this, and then do a smaller one but with these beads. And then these are also stretchy too, but I have these ones on a um so I have these ones on like a cord, and then I have these ones on like the same stuff. Um I think I'm just going to use my cord until it's gone, but I don't know. So let me put all this over here. Sorry, I just need a little bit more space. See, I get bead tubes like this that are the primary colors, and then I make my own mixes or whatever. And I need to get more colors. I'm at that point. I swear. I have beads, but it also feels like I don't have beads. So I have these in here. I have these cords in here, which I really like this cord, but I think I am just going to stick with my stretchy band. And then I want to get my big. So these have my little crystal beads in here. And I'm just going to take them out of this because the rest of them are not like the crystal looking, the shiny ones. They're just like the little balls. And I wish that they sold this size in like the tube or even in bags. And I have not been able to find these size beads at Hobby Lobby. So that's why I'm kind of wanting to branch out and see, because these are all seed beads right here. And this half is seed beads and this half is like the pearls. But then they throw in a few of the shiny ones. And for $30, like, yes, I feel like it's worth it. Okay. I feel like it's worth it. But I also, when you get to this point of like, I'm already out of orange, like I've used all of it on Leah's stuff. So I need to go and get another orange. But if I can't find that orange, then I'm just going to have to buy another one of these. And at that point, I don't think it's worth it. So I want to make, I think, these ones first because I do need more of these. Um, so we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. One. I just want to make sure that I'm not double counting that one. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. So this takes eight of those, and then let's say one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight of those. Just so I know, like, how many I should pull out. Because these ones I do by hand. These ones are gonna be a little bit different. Um, I just need to count out the eight, four, six, eight. And then I'll just leave those there. And then I want to do the purple ones first. I want to eventually make my own bead board because this drives me nuts. I don't like it. I might be looking into getting a new beadboard here in the next few months because I need them to be a little bit deeper in like to hold the beads or whatever. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. There you go. And I actually want to try something of just doing like rotation and then counting out the 8 that I need. But I also feel like that's not going to save me much time unless I just, do it this way, one by one. Right. And I still use this hook. Like, I want to get a straight hook or a straight needle, but I haven't been able to find one yet that you can't thread. Because this one you don't thread, you just hook it. Good boy. If you can't tell, my camera is straight above me. So, sorry, I had to peel that off. And I love this champagne color. It's so pretty to me. Like, I love this purple. That's why I went with it first. But, like, that champagne color, oh my God. It's so pretty. I want to get more pearls just to make the champagne ones. Um, because I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these right here, this size, for my simple bracelets. See, now what I could do is I could just keep going like one, the other one, the other one, the other one, the other, until I'm completely out of these, and then uh count them out. But I feel like that's just gonna throw me off, and I'm gonna end up miscounting. So I might have to do these ones one by one, which is gonna be annoying. I've been looking online to see if there's any way or a system that I could do these like by hand still, but like a little faster. And that's what I'm hoping. And then I double knot it. Both my kitties are up here. They're like, "Hi, mama." I gave them wet food today. So they're pretty happy with me. They've had it twice today. I have the little fancy feast. I mean, like they're little tiny like jar things, like cans. And I gave it to them today, and they just were like, "Oh my god, is it our birthday?" But little do they know, yeah, we ordered. I don't know what it's called without looking on my phone, but it is a human grade food that is meant for cats that don't have any fillers. That is like it's like $5 a day for them to eat it. Um, we found a promo thing online for it, and we wanted to try it because my old kitty, the one that's sitting in the back of my chair, He's getting to that age of he's getting older and we want to spoil him. 7, 8. And so we're going to be switching his food to wet food now to see if that helps um, with his s- digestive tract. I think it's called. I don't know. He's having a hard time keeping down his food, and he doesn't eat a lot. He's not like a piggy cat where he eats and eats and eats and eats and eats. Now he will cry if his food bowl is like empty. But he doesn't sit there and gorge himself to throw up. What happens is I think that the food is going rancid in our food box, our food container that we have it stored in. And I think it's just not good for him anymore. He's having a hard time eating the hard food with his teeth. I need to take him to the vet, but it's not urgent or anything like that. But I just want to get him on some better food to see if that helps. So it only cost us like I think it was $20 this time, and then the next month it's gonna be like 100 and something. It comes out to like $5 a day, um, which is kind of expensive for cat food, in my opinion. I wish that it was like $2 a day. That seems kind of normal, maybe three, but I want to try it, and if I like it, then they're staying on it. Um, I normally just get them Purina, but the more and more we deep dive into the FDA's like food regulating for animal food, we just don't like the byproducts that are in there. And that's what I'm hoping that this doesn't have. All of the ingredients is like clean. So we'll see. It's gonna come in like a week, but until then, I have some fancy feast I've been feeding them, and today was their first day, and oh my god, both of them were like, "Meow, meow, 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 meow." They're like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." Oh, this is what I get for talking. They're like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, is it our birthday?" Like, they were going crazy over it. Um, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I do like that my floor is dark. So like the white beads show up on my floor like instantly. Um, I do like that. It's just the darker beads, those are the ones that are like, "Ah, I can't see them." And I also have my light turned on the like lowest setting because I don't really like this light. It gives me a headache after a while. I like the yellow low lights more, like a more antique or whatever you want to call them light. Um, they don't give me a headache, but when I'm filming, I'm trying to make sure that the video is, you guys can see. And so my yellow light doesn't look very good. It's starting to get the light outside is starting to go down, which I like. Um, I've been trying to wake up early in the morning so I can go to bed early, but it doesn't seem like it's working very well with me. I'm a morning person, believe it or not. It's just ever since I met my husband, he's not a morning person, so like it's kind of made me not a morning person anymore, even though I don't not want to be a morning person. So, all right, pull more beads out. So we're gonna do two, four, six, 8. This one doesn't belong in there, so that's 8. And then I'm gonna do one. These are stuck together. I wonder if I can peel them apart. I can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Hi. Say hi. I don't know if you guys can see her. She say, Mama, what you doing? Both my cats look the same, except my girl cat has this little diamond right here, this little white spot on her forehead. And my boy cat, which is right here, he does not. Hi, baby girl. Yeah, that's my little mommy. Yeah, she's mad because he's on the back of my chair and she wants to be on the back of my chair. Every once in a while, they'll fight over who's going to be in my chair with me. Today, they've been really good. I'm actually surprised. But they do. They look identical. They're not twins. They didn't come from the same litter. Like, they're just both Siamese link. So they're Siamese cats, but they have a strand of what is called link. So it's like it's not its own brand or like it's like a subsection of a cat. Does that make sense? At least that's how it was explained to me. Um, but I absolutely love the breed of the cat. Like they have the okay, so Siamese cats can be assholes. They do better in pairs, but if they're in pairs, they get into trouble together, and it's really hard to get them to settle down. With the lynx, they still have that attitude, but oh my god, they love to cuddle. And like they cuddle each other, they'll cuddle you, they'll cuddle people. Like, um, they're very friendly, in my opinion. I've never had one of these cats that um be mean. And it was kind of funny because my friend I'm sorry, I thought I heard something. I've never heard of like one ever being mean, and I love them. However, if you are allergic to cats, their hair, oh my god. Their hair is not the best to have around. Um, so my boy, he has a little less link, a little bit less Siamese in him, so he's not so fluffy. But my girl, she is fluffy. One, two. She's very fluffy, and her hair is very thick. And if you ever get fleas, you're gonna have to use flea medicine like on them all the time. And her hair is really hard to brush out. She's got like an undercoat like a dog, but like a husky, I guess. But he doesn't. It's kind of weird. But they do. They both have blue eyes. They have the little black tips. They are so cute with the little pink nose. And my boy is a lot more vocal. He loves to meow. He'll be downstairs and be like, "Meow, meow, meow, meow." That's his like, "Mama, mama," right? But the little girl, she's very, meow, like very quiet. She does not like making sounds. Now, they're purring on the other hand. I can get that little girl to purr. Like, she'll be like, "Oh, mommy, yes, it's a spot." I literally talk about my animals 24/7. I love them. I love animals. I have a hamster. I love my hamster. Not as much as my other hamster, but she's still pretty nice. Like, she's never bitten me, and that is a blessing because I know hamsters can bite and they're very much like territorial and very much temperamental. She is my second hamster. My first hamster was Nugget, and I absolutely loved him. I mean, I adored him. I could pick him up and wipe my tears with him every time I cried. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. I could wipe my tears with him. He would never bite me. He loved cuddling. Like, he liked playing. Like, the cats, he loved the cats. Um, this one, little girl, I named her Mousy because she is literally like a mouse. She likes to climb on everything. She likes to terrorize. She is an acrobatic at heart. I am so scared of her sometimes because she'll be in her wheel and then she'll just go flying. And she is spastic. She does not like to settle down unless she is asleep. She constantly runs back and forth. And I put new stuff in there for her enrichment and everything. And man, oh man, oh man. She does not like being touched. She does not like being held. She does not like being manhandled. But however, you could give her treats and she will love it. She will love you forever. Like, she doesn't get along with the cats as much. Um, she doesn't mind them being around her cage. Uh, and it doesn't scare her. She'll be cleaning herself in like a little corner when they're around, or like she'll be like getting her food or whatever. But I love my hamster. But I called her Mousy because she is a not a hamster. She is a mouse. I swear, like when she was being born or God was giving out, like, hey, you're gonna be this. Yeah, I think she was actually supposed to be a mouse. And it was kind of funny because when I first saw her, she was very friendly. Like, she came up to the glass and said hi to me, and that's why I picked her. But she was also a little skittish. And like, she still has that personality. Like, she's like, I like you. You're fine. Okay, you want to hold me? Like, that's fine. But put me down. Like, put me down. I don't want anything to do with you after like 10 minutes. But when you're cleaning her cage, she wants to know what you're doing. She's like, okay, what are you gonna do with my stuff? Where is it all going? You put it back where you found it. Bless you. Bless you, baby. I'm just making sure I can stretch it and make sure that it doesn't break. There you go. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we're gonna do one in each of these. These take me a little bit longer because I have to do them by hand, which is fine. I don't mind doing these ones by hand, but they just take a little bit longer for me, so I don't get as many done. But I made it. It's almost 8. It's almost 8 o'clock. I think I'm gonna do this every other day, maybe. I don't know. I have a hard time because there's some days where I just don't feel good, and my voice after we get off live is kind of a little hoarse, and I like drinking some tea with some lemon or having little lemon drops for my throat. But I'm just wondering if this will actually grow my channel if I do this constantly, the live. But I definitely need to get one of those straight needles, though. I feel like this would not take as long. But yeah, I could talk about animals all day long. I think they're just so adorable. I like going over to other people's houses and seeing their animals, and it just makes me happy. Like, we used to play D&D with these guys, and they had this dog that her name was Penny, and she was just a big oof, like a big oofus, right? Like a big lug, as I should say. And man, I loved going over there because she'd be like, pet me, love me. And then I would go over to my other friend's house. His name is Jimmy, and he had cats. And like his cats were a little bit shy. But every time I see him on the stairs, I'd be like, hi. I can come down and say hi. And one time, one of them did. But I like seeing like other people's animals. Like there's this other couple, um, they have wiener dogs, and I wanted one. I want a wiener dog, but I want a purebred wiener dog. I don't want a Chihuahua wiener dog mix, which is like runs rampant around here, and I don't like that. Um, but yeah, they have a little wiener dog, and it's so cute. And I want to squeeze its little cheeks and love on his belly, and yeah. So I made 6 of these ones. These ones are pretty. I like these ones. So I made 6 of those. I'm gonna put the rest of these up because I want to do more simple for the last little bit. For the last little bit, I want to do just simple. And I also kind of want to test this out, to be honest, because I don't know how well this is gonna work or if it's gonna work at all. Is I want to take some of these littler, yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I think my channel should be Hot Mess Express. I think that's what the name is. I think I'm gonna change mine my channel name to that. So three fell. Got one, so two of them fell. So they went up underneath my desk. That's good. I can clean them up later. Oh, there's one that fell. Note to self, don't do that again. Ever. Sorry, I hit the camera. I'm regretting life right now. Sorry. I think I'm gonna save this for tomorrow because I need to clean up those beads underneath my desk. So I'm gonna call it quits here. This is a good time to stop, I guess, while I clean up my, chaos. Until next time, bye.